in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now.
Sending a receiver left. Play fake here, Daniels. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
They kick the running back in motion. He has the first over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He'll get this one to Brown. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Bronco 80. 79 Bronco. Ready?
Again, Daniels to the air. This one falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. Check go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Jones reels it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
Ready? Dragon 60.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Has the connection to Jones. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah! There we go! That's it!
Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And they had that one contained right at the line. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go!
Vaughn running dead ahead. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Once again, it's Vaughn. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Catch made by Cooks. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Up the middle, Vaughn. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
It's Vaughn again. And he'll take it ahead down to the 33. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 3 on that gain. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. That's caught. Here's Deuce Vaughn. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, Man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here.
There we go. 26.
This is Vaughn. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Teerlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
This one's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
A give to Vaughn out of the shotgun. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Yeah. Here we go. 26.
Vaughn. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone.
26.
They'll run. This is Vaughn. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Go.
Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
19 tight. 19 tight. Street.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
On second down, Robinson. And he gets them a fraction more breathing room out to the 3-yard line. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have it 3rd and 7.
Go.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Short pass brought in. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Offense in the hurry up here.
18 pioneer. Set go.
Daniels to throw on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Daniels on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Let's go now.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Going right side, Robinson with it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Go, Reed. Go. Ready, go.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go. Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion left. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Set. Hurt. 19 Lion.
Now Daniels off the play action. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And 4th and 4 coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
He's got it. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now.
Go!
Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here we go, set! Ready?
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Cowboys have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Dak now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Cowboys will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go! I took 26.
First down, here's Dak. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set up!
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Ready?
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Cowboys are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. It's 2nd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go now.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Throwing on 2nd and real long here. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 22. Oh, stiff arm. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Prescott here from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd down, here's Prescott again. This finds Cooks, complete. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Yeah! There we go! Right there!
From the gun is Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Yeah! There we go! Right there!
Another throw for Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He connects downfield on 4. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Vaughn. He's contained at the line for no gain. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Yeah! Here we go! Right check!
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Flushed out now to his left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
The give now to Vaughn. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
A run with Vaughn. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go.
Dak out of the pistol. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Now a handoff for Vaughn. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Yeah! Here we go. 26. Flag 26.
To throw, Prescott. Connection made to Vaughn. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
He'll throw it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 70. Ready.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Marshawn Nealon, the one to send him down. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Man in motion here. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
70 Lions. Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Smash, smash. Hot, hot.
The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards.
On the set.
Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal a little bit tougher here.
Set up. Go street.
They send a man in motion.
Come 19! Come 19!
Running it after the penalty. Is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Vaughn running dead ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! 26.
Here's Dak. Finding Vaughn. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
26.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Vaughn there to grab it. Space past the 35. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Yeah! Here we go! 20.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
26.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! 26.
Dak now from the gun. Getting out to his left. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. No return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Hop, go!
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Moore going to motion over right. Jones once more. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Jones reels it in. And they bring him down around the 34.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to throw. Able to get it to Moore. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Going with Jones on the ground. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Robinson on the inside give. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming.
Set. Go.
They're giving it to Jones on the option. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Daniels now. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And that's a Washington touchdown. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.